Welcome in, guys. In this video, we're going to talk about how to get voice chat set up for Minecraft. Now, this process is going to also work for any mods you want to install. But this one's going to be specifically for voice chat for a server if you want to talk to your friends and have a seamless, easy way to do that on your Minecraft server. So we're going to get into it here. It's super easy. What you'll need is these 3 links that I will put in the description that you guys can go straight to. So we're going to be using the Fabric versions for this mod. So what we're going to need to do is get Fabric installed on our launcher so that we can use that for the mods. So the first thing we'll do is you'll go download for Windows. You don't have to look for any specific version here. This one is just the one that's on the website, and it has all the versions within it that are available for Fabric. Okay, so once you get that, you go to this next link here. And so when you get to this page, you're going to want to look for whatever version the server is in right now that you want to install this for. So right now the server is in 1.21.8 for us, which is the most recent version as of now. And so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go down and we're going to want to find a 1.21.8 version right here, and you can see Fabric. You want to make sure that it's Fabric. Obviously the Fabric API, this just goes straight with Fabric, so that is always just going to be Fabric. But anytime you're downloading a mod, you want to make sure that you have the right type, the right platform here, and then the right version as well. So we got the version 1.21.8 Fabric. We're gonna hit download. Sometimes when you download these files, they'll come up with a little message that says, you know, this file could be harmful to your computer or something like that. And it'll ask you if you want to keep the file or not. Just go ahead and say keep. Promise these are all safe files. I've been using them for years. Everybody uses them. So now that we have Fabric and Fabric API, that's what you're gonna need to be able to get Fabric. Anytime you want any mods that are Fabric, you're gonna need to do those 2 steps. After that, you can just add whatever mods you want. So let's go over to the next link and we'll do simple voice chat because this is the mod that we're trying to get here. We're gonna go down, we're gonna do that same process again. We're looking for Fabric. We're looking for 1.21.8 and we're just gonna hit download. So the first step in this process is going to be installing Fabric itself. And so what you're gonna do is double click on the Fabric installer, and that's gonna bring up this little screen right here. And what you want to do is just make sure that you have the right version. Right now it says 1.21.8. It's got the loader version. You don't need to mess with that. And then you want to make sure that create profile is checked. That's just going to create you a profile within Minecraft, and then you're just going to hit install. It's going to take like maybe 5 seconds max, and then it'll say done installing and you'll be good to go. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go into your Minecraft launcher. And you're gonna see down in the bottom left here, if you're clicked on Java, you're gonna see all your versions pop up, and you want to select the one that you. And the reason for that is if you haven't installed mods before, you're gonna need to make sure that you load in Fabric so that it creates a mods folder for you to be able to put your mods in, which we'll get to next. So once you have Minecraft open, go ahead and just make sure it's loaded, and then close it out, and then go back to the Minecraft launcher. And once you're here, you're gonna want to go to installations. You can do any of these, it doesn't really matter. We'll just do the latest release and open installations folder. This is going to bring you to the directory where everything is for Minecraft. It's got the mods, it's got resource packs, it's going to have all of your worlds under saves, and it'll have, you know, things like screenshots and stuff like that. So now what you're going to want to do is go into whatever folder that you had those other 2 files in, the API and the voice chat for Fabric. And you're going to come into your Minecraft folder here, and you're going to go down until you see a folder called mods. If you don't see this folder, try running Minecraft again with the Fabric version. If that doesn't work, you can just create a folder by right-clicking and say new folder and name it mods, just like this, and that should work as well. So if you go into this folder, you can see I've got a bunch of mods that I use to help me make videos and stuff like that, but your mod folder is very likely empty unless you have some mods. If you have mods in this folder that are not the version that you're looking for, 1.21.8, it will crash your Minecraft and it won't work. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you get rid of any of those mods before you proceed to the next step. So everything's in 1.21.8. We're gonna take these 2 files that we downloaded and we're just gonna drop them in here. Okay, you're gonna see the Fabric API and the voice chat, and then you're good to go. You can get out of your mods folder, and you are done with all of this as well. Okay, now we're ready to give it a try. So you're gonna wanna go back to your Minecraft launcher, and you're gonna wanna make sure that you select this 1.21.8 version, and you're gonna hit play. The first time you open it up, it could take a little bit longer to get going, and that's totally normal. If it does crash, again, make sure that you have the right versions installed, and you are good to go there. So I've got my Minecraft open now. You will notice down in the bottom left here that we've got 1.21.8 Fabric installed. Everything seems to be working. And then I'm going to just hop on the Wixcraft server here and show you guys a little bit about how this mod works. So once I get on the server here, I'm going to hit V to bring up the voice chat settings. It looks like when you first start out, there's a little setup guide. Let's go through that real quick, I guess. You do want to make sure that you've got your right microphone selected for in and output. This is my microphone that I'm using right now, so that's perfect. And then you can have a push to talk, or you can have voice activation where you automatically activate your microphone when you speak. I'm gonna leave it on voice activation because that way if anyone's in the area, I can just unmute and talk to them. All this stuff doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna hit next. I can always do this later. Again, you're going to use V to open up your voice chat, and then you can press M to mute or unmute. So once you have all that set up, you're going to want to look in your left hand corner down over here, and if you see this little microphone with the cross through it, that means that everything should be working. If you want to turn on your microphone, I'm going to hit M, and I've unmuted, and you can see when I'm talking, the little icon shows up, and then when I stop talking, it turns off. And that's what you're looking for. That means that anyone within my proximity of whatever we set it to can hear me. If you want to go to the settings, you can press V, and that's going to bring up this voice chat settings. A couple things you can do here. You can turn your microphone off. You can mute yourself. Doing that, you can turn voice chat sounds off like this. And that's just going to make sure that all the other sounds coming in are off. Or you can adjust your volumes. If you go into your settings, you can look at all these different things. Your volume, amplification, any of this stuff. You shouldn't have to mess with any of this except for potentially selecting your microphone and your speaker. If you are having issues, you can't hear, other people can't hear you, this could be where you would want to start to make sure that whatever microphone that you have that you're speaking into is what you've selected here, and then whatever speaker you're listening from is what's selected here. In my case, it's the same thing. You might have headphones versus a different computer microphone or something like that. A lot of times it's going to be your system default or whatever you have on your computer, unless you're using a specific microphone through your headphones or something like that. This voice activation threshold could also be something where it doesn't activate unless you are louder than a certain threshold, so you could mess with that a little bit too, but that should be everything for your settings. There's one other thing I want to show you guys real quick before we get out of here that could be very useful. So sometimes you're not really close to other players and you're going to want to talk to them from across the server or something like that, and the proximity chat won't work for that. So what you're going to want to do is create a group, and you're going to hit V to go into your voice chat settings. You're going to hit group, and then you're going to hit create group. You can name this group whatever you want. You can put a password if you want. You can change your mode here depending on what you want for who can hear you and whatnot. Usually normal is what you're going to want. You should hit create. And as you can see, we've got this little group here. Now, anybody else on the server, you can look up in the top left, you can tell who's in my group. It's just me right now. But if there was anyone else on the server, they could hit G, and then it would bring up a screen and allow them to join the group. That's how that works. That's pretty much all you need to know for voice chat. If you are having an issue, there's a very good chance it's the version that you're using. The other option is I also have to update the server every time to make sure that the server is connecting to the voice chat version that we're using. So let me know if there's any issues. But thanks for watching, guys. Good luck, and I'll see you out there.